Said he wants to fight Anthony Joshua in 2026.
And the haters online are like, yeah, do it.
Well, they're like, what about now?
Yeah.
They're like, what about fight him
now?
now? He's like, no, I want to wait till 2026. I'm like, okay.
To put on weight?
Put all the steroids, every steroid.
I would watch. Here's the thing. I would watch
venom. And maybe if you could let me in on some of that, whatever. I don't know, the special stuff that you might be taking. I don't know. No.
It's a very dangerous fight for Jake Paul. Very dangerous. He's probably got one chance to try and counterpunch. And if he catches Joshua, he might do something. But I see that as a 100% win for Anthony Joshua.
Following fresh PED accusations, Anthony Joshua had a harsh reaction to Jake Paul. Before meeting Joshua, Joe Rogan implied that Jake would like more time to put on weight and perhaps use drugs. Jake's declaration that he will face AJ in 2026 rather than 2025 has stoked rumors regarding his training and physical makeover.
That Dubois guy, though, holy man, the way he took out Anthony Joshua.
I know.
Yeah, Jake wants to fight Anthony Joshua now.
I know that I will beat Anthony Joshua's.
Said he wants to fight Anthony Joshua in 2026.
And the haters online are like, yeah, do it.
Well, they're like, what about now?
Yeah.
They're like, what about fight him now? He's like, no, I want to wait till 2026. I'm like, okay.
To put on weight?
Put all the steroids, every steroid they have.
I would watch. Here's the thing. I would watch
venom. Oh, by the way,
scorpion venom.
Rollo reached out to me, John Rollo, my boy, and he sells this blue scorpion. He wants to get you some, Gordon.
I'll have some.
All right, I'll have him send you some.
Get on
I'll
take
some
quadruple
too.
doses, like
yeah.
We'll see what happens. I'm gonna start slow. I want to find out if I get poisoned.
Yeah. Just
What are we doing? We're drinking venom from scorpions.
That is weird.
That's weird. He's got the dope.
The question of whether Jake Paul is using performance-enhancing drugs is currently one of the most heated debates in boxing. Jake has grown in stature and speed, as many fans and commentators have noted. An abnormal pace, given that he has only a few years of boxing experience and is still defeating professional boxers. His rapid bodily change has drawn attention.
And maybe if you could let me in on some of that, whatever. I don't know, the special stuff that you might be taking. I don't know.
This nigga looks like a hot pocket, bro. Everyone says he be doing type of PEDs, and I be in a crib.
Yeah, bro. Like there's no way. Whatever stuff I'm taking ain't working, bro.
Actually, like, what do you think it is that about Jake that makes people say that he's on something? Like, what like, is it just the fact that he's progressed so much in the sport?
Like, I don't know why I couldn't put any weight on, and you were able to put on. You said 230.
I can gain weight so easy.
This is why Jake Paul is on PEDs. Within this past year, Jake Paul has literally hit a second puberty and aged like 10 years. Furthermore, he has acne and his hairline is receding like crazy. And people like Jake Paul are going to the best skin doctors in the world and probably are taking hair loss products that aren't even approved for the rest of us. Now, I'm not saying that Jake Paul necessarily took a steroid to make him look bigger, but he's definitely taking something that allows him to recover faster. That way he's able to train more and get better at boxing.
Paul has called out former UFC champion Alex Pereira in addition to Anthony Joshua. Many in the combat sports community are astonished by this move because Jake's confidence is indisputable and Pereira is renowned for his striking prowess and knockout power. Many think that by taking on such elite boxers, he is taking on more than he can handle.
Maybe if you could let me in on some of that, whatever. I don't know, the special stuff that you might be taking. I don't know. No, I'm just messing with you.
This nigga looks like a hot pocket, bro. Everyone says he be doing type of PEDs, and I be in a crib.
Yeah, bro. Like there's no way. Whatever stuff I'm taking ain't working, bro.
He has a terrible build, bro. If he was taking shit.
Since boxers often spend a lifetime honing their craft, boxing fans have questioned how Jake Paul has been able to overcome professional fighters after only 4 years of training. Some contend that Jake's quick progress before playing at an elite level is the result of his diligence, while others speculate that an unexplained force may be assisting him.
All of Jake Paul's power is coming from those PEDs that he's injecting. He has all this acne. Oh, his chin grew, or he's all red. These are all signs.
I see all those allegations all the time, but I need to see the evidence.
Up until we're provided with evidence that he is taking PEDs, and I'm not going to accuse him of that.
Is there a possibility that he's taking PEDs? Of course there is. But you can't just see his body transformation and completely say with 100% certainty that he's taking PEDs.
Jake Paul has addressed these claims in his own words. He said in a recent interview that some believe he is on steroids and described the claims as strange. He maintains that his metamorphosis is the result of diligent training, healthy eating, and hard work. But criticism persists, particularly among boxing purists who question his veracity.
Those little bumps you had on your face kind of alarmed me. You wouldn't be happening to taking PEDs, are you?
Listen, if you want to build in excuses right now,
No, I'm just
go
asking.
ahead.
Because I was just wondering, I looked at your face, it looked kind of serious. You had some rage and you acting all unorthodox, you know, those are signs of the PEDs.
I'm enraged. I'm not enraged at all.
Are you taking PEDs?
No, sir.
Not at all? Okay.
No, sir.
That's
Do you
what
think
I
he's on
feel
PEDs?
like. I don't care.
Jordan, a sports pundit, has commented on Jake Paul's boxing career, describing it as unique and a little ridiculous. He thinks it does, going from being a YouTuber to taking on boxing. Greats like Canelo Alvarez and Anthony Joshua. Although Jake has added entertainment value to the sport, some members of the conventional boxing community feel that he has not earned the right to compete against top-tier boxers.
Once I'm slightly older, I'm basically going to drink tequila and intermittent fast.
What's Jake Paul going to look like after his boxing career?
People think I do steroids and all this shit, so I have a plan because I think it's bizarre. That's like the only excuse they can come up with is like rigged fights. Jake Paul does steroids. So after boxing, I'm going to do a cycle of steroids to show people what Jake Paul on steroids actually looks like, because I want to shut people
the man who defeated Jake Paul in their last bout, Tommy. Fury has expressed his opinions about Paul's goals. Fury disclosed that despite having a damaged hand, he was still able to defeat Jake. The far more seasoned and formidable fighter Anthony Joshua is the opponent Jake wishes to face. Fury speculates that rather than being a true competitive challenge, this move could be more about publicity.
As a boxing purist, it doesn't sit well, but as a normal working class lad, I've been asked by builders, would you fight Jake Paul for £5 million? I never got £5 million for fighting anyone else in a fight, so it's the silliest question in the world. I've been retired 7 years, I'm still very confident. If you give me 3 weeks to get off the couch, I'll probably still beat him with one hand. It's not. Yeah. He's not a good fighter, so it's not even being disrespectful to him. As a YouTuber, as a presenter in what he does, he blows me out the water. That's his line of work. But you're stepping into boxing, another profession. Now, to call the likes of Canelo out, I think is disrespectful. To call Anthony Joshua out is lunacy, but we know why it's happening and why he does it.
Forget Jake Paul. Forget Jake
Paul. A lot of tickets.
Paul. I mean, Jake Paul's going to do what Jake Paul does. But Anthony Joshua, and with respect to you and what you did and didn't earn in your career, Anthony Joshua has earned a king's ransom. Yeah. So he doesn't need to be fiddle with this, does he?
Yeah. No, he doesn't. But again, all I keep seeing from people out there is, you know, when is enough? And I get that. But when you're retired at 33, 34, and you've got to make that last now, you've got more experience than me in this, dealing with a lot of footballers in the past as well, and business people who have to make a certain amount of budget last. It's the easiest money you'll probably ever make.
His discussion of a possible bout between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, Gareth A. Davies draws attention to the enormous payout that Jake Paul could receive, possibly as much as $50 million. He highlights the immensity of the major and strength disparity, since Joshua, who is 6'7", is noticeably heavier than Paul, who is 6'2".
Give a little opinion on everything I've been seeing on social media lately. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Just wanted to come in here and remind everybody that bum couldn't beat me when I basically had a broken hand. I had one hand and he still lost. Jake Paul, I'm still your daddy, and everybody weighing this fight up, don't bother, because he ain't worth a shilling. And the loss will always be there, Mr. Paul. Take it easy and have a good day.
He acknowledges Joshua's prior difficulties against accomplished boxers, while highlighting Joshua's knockout power and likening it to a plumber's mule kick. Even though it would provide many boxers their greatest paychecks, he says the fight would still spark a lot of interest and serve as a show for viewers. Boxing legends have also been treated disrespectfully by Jake Paul.
I'm not sure Anthony Joshua's going to play the game like everyone else, and it could be fairly calamitous, I think, if Joshua stepped into a ring with Jake Paul. But We're going to watch it because we want to see Jake Paul get knocked the F out. We do. Everyone wants to see it. I mean, I've even said it to him. I was looking forward to Mike Tyson him knocking him the fuck out. Doesn't surprise me. He's looking for the biggest names out there, and it just shows that he's prepared to put himself on the line to promote himself.
Would it be more competitive than the Ngannou fight, in your opinion, or less?
That's a very good analogy. It's a very good comparison. Much less competitive. I mean, I think it's got to be at that level of exhibition bout. I think it's a very dangerous fight for Jake Paul. Very dangerous. He's probably got one chance to try and counterpunch. And if he catches Joshua, he might do something, but I see that as a 100% win for Anthony Joshua.
He frequently incites boxers, especially Anthony Joshua, with derogatory remarks and social media taunts. Although this creates excitement for the fights, it has also made many boxing fans wonder if Paul, in contrast to Jake Paul, actually appreciates the sport. Among the greatest boxers in history, Anthony Joshua has battled them. Alexander Usyk, who is regarded as one of the world's most technically proficient fighters, presented him with one of his most difficult tasks.
I want to fight Anthony Joshua, exclusive, because I know that I will.
I'm so sorry for my English, but I have to. See, Jake Paul does lots of good things. He has a camp for kids where he, I guess, gives training and coaching and gloves and environment for kids in Puerto Rico. He helped lots of boxers to get the bigger purse than they deserve. He has done some good things, and you are kind of trying to be on his side, but then he says something like that. Like, you almost are on his side, and then he says, I want to fight Anthony Joshua and Canelo at the same night or whatever. Jake, fighting Anthony Joshua and Canelo is not fighting Tyron Woodley or 60 years old Mike Tyson with Alzheimer's. Anthony Joshua is able to literally kill you. No doubt. If his mission is to kill you on the ring, he will kill you. You lost against Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury won against you. What Anthony Joshua? What Canelo, my friend? Canelo, you would need the liver replacement after Canelo fight. I promise you. I don't know. So stop doing that shit. Do the good things you are doing, and we will be on your side. Just stop saying crazy shit like this.
Joshua was defeated twice by Usyk, demonstrating that even heavyweights at the top of the sport can falter against top-tier opponents. Jake Paul's prospects of defeating Joshua are further called into question by this.
The belts were finally out of my possession, which I was expecting to win. It just kind of tore me apart, and that's raw emotion live on your screen. Obviously, looking back, could I have dealt with things better? Yeah, of course, but at the time that wasn't the priority. It was just outpour of emotion.
There are so many athletes we're seeing across gymnastics, cricket, rugby and football that have taken time out of their sport to deal with their mental health before coming back in. Did you at any point in that period think, I need to take an extended break away from boxing before coming back in?
It wasn't the fact I needed to take a break. You know what it was? I actually watched a lot of fighters, they've taken time out of the game for those reasons as well. And I think, okay, if they've done it, I should be doing it. But I got to look at myself as an individual. And what it is, I feel like if I take time out, I'm letting everyone catch up. And I want to be ahead of the game.
You have got to be taking the mick. Jake Paul has called out Anthony Joshua and claims, I will fucking beat Anthony Joshua's ass. You know what? I want this to happen just so Anthony Joshua could just absolutely decimate this man right here. So first he fights Tommy Fury, a legitimate professional boxer, and he loses. Then he fights an OAP and Mike Tyson and beats him. Obviously, he's nearly 60 years old. Then he goes to try and fight Canelo, which fell through, thankfully. Then he tried to fight Tank Davis, which again fell through. And now he wants to fight Anthony Joshua, a legit world level heavyweight boxer. Anthony Joshua is someone that I've always looked up to and probably one of my favourite boxers to this day and age. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind Jake Paul here and there, but there's just things he does in the sport that I don't agree with at all. And fighting Anthony Joshua, listen, I'm all here for it, just to see him get knocked clean out. The fact that he thinks he can compete with these high level boxers even though he lost to Tommy Fury is just laughable. But how long does it take for Anthony Joshua to knock Jake Paul out? I'm saying 5 seconds.